Howdy, what's going on, guys? It's your boy. Welcome back to another episode of Meal Prep Monday. Today's going to be a very exciting day, except for it's going to be an extremely easy cooking video. And if you guys actually come here for like advice about like different recipes to try or different cool things, I got bad news for you. Today's episode might as well be called Microwave Prep Monday because everything I got is microwavable except for the meat. So let's dive into this, shall we? Okay, so for starters, literally I got 2 bags of frozen veggies that I'm going to need in a microwave, and I got 3 packs of these 90-second rices that I'm going to need in a microwave, and then I got ground pork because what my plan for this week was to just have ground turkey and rice because that's a really solid meal for somebody who's trying to lose weight, which I am currently doing. I couldn't find ground turkey, so instead we're doing ground pork. It's going to be fine. It's going to taste good and yummy and delicious, and I'm going to show you how I'm seasoning it up and cooking it up so it is really good and yummy and delicious. But first things first, I got 3 of these packets that need to be cooked for 90 seconds, so you know what that means. The next 4.5 minutes, we're going to be microwaving these bad boys. The instructions for this is relatively simple. You just want to squeeze down the package and then tear about 2 inches to vent. I'm not an expert. That's like 2 inches, right? That's got to be pretty close to 2 inches. I mean, I think 2 inches is kind of a lot sometimes, and I feel like that, you know, honestly, I might have even overdone that. Underdone that? I definitely did that joke wrong. I'm so sorry. Alrighty, so now we got 3 bags of rice that are all nice and cooked up. That's right, this rice is nice. But now we got to do the same thing that we just did with that, but with frozen veggies. And for anybody who's like, really, frozen veggies? Why are we doing frozen veggies? Why aren't we getting fresh vegetables or anything like this? Organic peas and carrots. This bag is like $1.27 or something like that with my employee discount. I should clarify. I work for Target. This is a Target brand, and it being organic makes where I get 20% off. It's a flex, I know, but I like microwave veggies because it's just quicker, simpler, easier, and that's the only reason I need. Why am I justifying myself to you? I don't know. But yeah, both of these bags need to be microwaved for 5 minutes. So we're going to throw the first one in the microwave, start working on our pork, and then throw the other one in the microwave, and then hopefully finish our pork, and everything's going to be wrapped up around the same time. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so we got 2 pounds of ground pork. This one's really great for chili. This one's great for meatloaf. They're the same exact thing. I don't get why the stickers are changing because, like, obviously something that's good for chili would obviously be good for meatballs. That's how that works. But, you know, meatloaf, not meatballs. Meatloafs, they're the same. Meatballs are just smaller. Meatloafs are significantly better. Maybe. If you make the meatloaf right, it's better. What are we talking about? We're going to be cooking pork. That's what we're doing here. Take the skin off. Going to go ahead and throw it on a pan with a little bit of olive oil. Going to cook that at medium heat. And then, while that's cooking up, I'll show you what seasonings we're rocking with. Because we got to season the fuck out of that. Okay, so we got our pork over here on the stove. I already went ahead and put some garlic powder on there. We're also going to throw on some onion powder. Probably the same amount. Actually, honestly, that's not enough garlic powder. We'll put more garlic powder. Obviously, we're going to do the classic salt, pepper. Gonna throw in a decent bit of smoked paprika as well. And we're gonna whip out some chipotle pepper. Gonna use a lot of that one as well. Okay, but now this pork is starting to cook up. There's only one last seasoning that I need to throw in there. A little bit of cayenne pepper. And now here's the thing. Cayenne pepper is incredibly spicy. You gotta make sure you're actually doing just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. And to knock it down a bit, I'm gonna throw in a spoonful of brown sugar. Please, but brown sugar is not very healthy. You said this is supposed to be healthy. Sweet and spicy is my weakness. And I love sweet and spicy. And I will totally sacrifice a little bit of health to have sweetness in my spiciness. Okay, I don't like the way that came out. Okay, I accidentally forgot to update you guys, but I went ahead and threw everything together, and I will say the ratio is looking a little off. I feel like there's not as much meat in there as I feel like there should have been, but that being said, still looks absolutely yummy and delicious. I'm going to let this all chill for the next like 35-45 minutes, and then once it's cool, I'm going to divide it into a bunch of trays, and I'll let you know how much servings it is. I'm predicting that it's going to be about 8 servings. It looks like it's probably going to be about 8 servings. The rice all technically are like single serving bags, but I'm like, that's bullshit. And then all of the veggies were like 3.5 servings, and then the meat itself, obviously 2 pounds of meat. If you're having even just half a pound per serving, like that's a lot of meat per serving. So I'm like, I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes. I let that chill for a bit. We're gonna go ahead and start divvying this up into a bunch of different Tupperware containers. Very excited. These are the Tupperware containers I use. They are Rubbermaid. You get like a 7-pack of these for like $12 or something like that. Really good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And I'm just gonna fill it up something like this. I don't want to do too much per serving. Part of me is like, do I bring out my weight scale, my food scale, and measure these? I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill them up for the time being. Okay, so I ultimately ended up being able to make 8 whole servings of these. Each one's going to be about 360 calories and about 17 grams of protein, which that protein count is a little low. I obviously probably should have done 3 pounds of meat instead of 2 pounds of meat. But that being said, it's not too bad. It's not too shabby. It's just something light to kind of fill me up while I'm at work. And I honestly only really need to like eat smaller portions for the next like 2 weeks anyway. So this is perfect because of my 8 of my next 10 shifts, I got nice low-calorie meal, which is solid. But yeah, that was it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming by and checking it out. I love and appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one. Peace out.